You ready to go? I'm ready to go too. Good morning, everyone. We are live here from the CRC, or what is left of the CRC. If you haven't had a chance to come by and see it yet, you might want to swing by over the next couple of weeks as Jim and Sean and Christy are tearing it back down here very soon. So drop by when you can. So make sure, as always, just a quick sound check. Somebody drop in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me and that everything is working as it's supposed to go. So welcome to the November 2020 LSA. We've got a lot of great things here for you today, so let's get started here. So let's see what we're going to be covering. So first up, of course, we're going to do our safety and core value right off the bat. Then Justin's going to come up and give us a little bit of a building update. And then we're going to go through our new awards program to make sure that we can let you know what's happening with the John Saddle Award going forward. And then we've got a lot of different people to recognize. We are way behind on years of service recognition, so we're going to try to catch up with 10 to 12 of those here today. So hopefully we'll be able to get through all that. And then we've got some special recognition we're going to do at the very end. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to bring up our first speaker, who I've just learned right now is celebrating a birthday today. So make sure, so make sure you wish Jeff a happy birthday in the chat. We won't sing because honestly, we're not going to do that. So don't worry about that. But make sure you wish Jeff a happy birthday down in the chat, and let's bring him up here to go through our safety stuff.
So thank you, John. Thank you, everybody. So the cornerstone of a successful safety program begins and ends with a healthy attitude. And in 2020, you don't need me to tell you, it has been a crazy year, ups, downs, twists, turns, everything very fluid. The one thing that I've seen that's remained consistent during these turbulent times is your consistent, healthy attitude. And this morning, genuinely just want to tell you thank you for that. It is demonstrated day in and day out in safety by your care for yourself, your care for those around you, your cares for our customer and our community. Another way that I'm seeing this demonstrated is we are getting a lot more reporting of near misses in safety, which is fantastic. It tells me, hopefully you're realizing that we don't beat each other up. We don't pile on one another for having issues or making mistakes. And we're talking about things before they happen, what could have happened, as opposed to what did happen. So thank you so much for your positive attitudes and everything you're doing this year during these tough times. The way that we measure this primarily is by people not getting hurt, lack of injuries. A while back, we set a very ambitious goal of going an entire year without any lost time incident. Want to report to you this morning that we're a little halfway over that goal, which is really fantastic, going in the right direction. We're right around 200 days without a lost time incident. So again, just thank you for your attitudes and how you care for yourselves and one another. And most importantly, happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there. Thank you for your service.
All right, thanks, Jeff. All right, so I'll go ahead and take care of the 31 days of the Woodard Way. So day 11, keep commitments. So keeping commitments to our customers and each other demonstrates our integrity. We do this by showing respect to everyone we encounter, setting proper expectations, and explaining what results we plan to deliver, staying until the job is complete, especially if it will save an extra trip to the location the next day. Ensuring those we work with can hold us accountable for our commitments is the Woodard Way. All right, so I want to bring up Justin now, and he's going to fill us in on what's the latest on our big move over to Watson.
Thank you, John. Good morning, everybody. The construction at our Watson facility is on target. Many of the final details, think tile, bathroom finishes, paint, air hose for in the cleaning center, are starting to come together. We plan to have our occupancy permits begin receiving those not next week, but the week after that, at which time we'll begin putting in the vaults. So we've got a whole bunch of vaults with customer stuff up at Walton that we got to bring down and begin storing at Watson. So we'll start with those. The second thing we'll begin moving is our supply room, where we'll get all of the materials and the consumables that we need. The logistics team will get that ready in the supply room. The next step will be getting the office together. We're going to do a couple of rooms of temporary office space for our accounting and CRT and some of the other folks. And once we do that, by the middle of December, we think we're going to be able to get our final occupancy permit, which will allow us to begin operating out of the Watson facility full time. So I know everybody knows there's a lot more details than that. A 2-minute version of how we're going to move our whole company certainly doesn't do it justice, but there's a whole bunch of people working on it. And I'm really pretty amazed at how smoothly it's going so far, and I anticipate that'll continue. The Watson facility, though, is only one of the countless ways that we are demonstrating our leadership in the industry. I've also been seeing all of the Matterport work that has been going on to improve our customer experience. The rug and location teams continue to do accommodations and modifications during a pandemic to help our customers feel safe. And the logistics and water and location teams are also been working on a standardization project to make sure that we have all of the right stuff in the vehicles at all times. You all are doing amazing work, and I couldn't be more proud of all the things that you've accomplished this year. Before turning it over to John and Kristen, I would like to do a little contest in the chat. So everybody knows, I think that it is Veterans Day. And so in honor of my grandfather and all the veterans, I thought it might be fun to do a little contest having to do with my grandpa's B-17. So if you don't know, all of the airplanes in all the bomb groups, they all have a number designation. First person in the chat to give out and put in the number designation for my grandpa's B-17 gets our shiny $100 bill today. Thank you.
That's a tough one, I guess. So I do think there are places around Woodard, though, that you could find out that answer. So that is something that you would be able to find out. And I have been told that Michelle Archer is trying to work ahead right now. So she's probably the one out of the gate the quickest. So, all right. So we do have, they're already coming in down here. Let's, so Kyle Katzenberg, John Mendrip dropping some. John Mendrip says 1. So, yeah. All right, so let's get into our new awards program that we're going to be rolling out here. So Kristen and I will kind of fill you in a little bit on that. So as you guys remember, last year, about this time, we started talking about the fact that we were going to retire the John Saddle Award. We had run it for a few years, and we decided it was time to move to a new program. So we had a lot of different discussions and ideas about what we could go with, and believe me, it went through many different iterations with a lot of people involved and trying to talk through some things. And at the end of the day, we decided that, maybe naming it after an individual person wouldn't necessarily be the best thing to do, because there was a lot of people in Woodard's history that would probably be worthy of naming awards afterwards. And at the end of the day, to be honest, Justin said, I don't know if I would just want to have every award named after somebody from my family. So we decided, let's try to stick with something that everybody is familiar with, and that it doesn't take a lot of additional explanation to figure out what these awards are going to be about. And so I'm happy to tell you today that we are going to have 4 different awards that we're going to be giving away at the end of each year. And so I'm going to tell you about one, and then Kristen's going to fill you in on the other 3. So let's take a look. So you're going to be, I'm sure, stunned when I tell you what the name of the first award is. It is the Woodard Way Award. And so this award is going to be for the person that just exemplifies aspects or the entire Woodard Way. If you were going to put somebody up on a pedestal and say, this person is what Woodard is all about, that's what this Woodard Way Award would be. If you were drafting a new team and you were getting ready to start a whole new Woodard somewhere else, this would be the person that you would want to bring along with you to make the right decisions, to go in and get the work done, and to handle all the things that needed to be done for your team. So this award will be voted on just like we did with the John Saddle Award. So it will be a bit of a People's Choice Award, and so we'll do nominations as we have in the past, and then we'll do a vote to determine the winner. But as I said, that's not all. We do have 3 other awards, and so I'm going to let Kristen come over and fill you in on what those 3 are right now. You can just use the space bar if you want.
All right, so we have 3 other awards, and the first one, well, they're each going to go with our core values. So the first one is the Do What's Right Award. This award is for somebody that does what's right, right? Their name is synonymous with integrity, and they're not afraid to challenge the process and get a little uncomfortable if that's what is needed to make sure that we are doing what's right for each other, for our safety, for our customers. Our second award is the Serve Others Award. So that is the award where it's for the person that goes that extra mile, that's always working to serve other people in our company, in the community, and never asking for that recognition, but doing it because that they have that servant-minded personality and attitude. And then our third one here is the Learn Every Day Award. And the Learn Every Day Award is for somebody that is constantly seeking to grow and develop in their area here in the company, but as a person as well. It might also be for somebody who is always giving those opportunities for different people that they work with to help grow and develop as well. So giving other people the ability to learn every day.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about how those are going to be selected. So those are going to be chosen a little bit differently. Rather than a full company vote, we're actually going to put together some selection committees for this. And so who are those committees going to be? Well, we're hoping they're going to be made up of a lot of people that are watching here today and those throughout the company. So there's going to be approximately 5 to 7 people that we'll put together from a variety of departments and different positions around the company. We'll eventually include the previous year's winner in that group as well, assuming that they're interested in doing that. So once we have one, and then we'll also have one executive team member will also be on those committees. And so the idea is that group will come together, I'm thinking maybe 2 to 3 times throughout the course of the process, and nominations will be submitted throughout the company. They'll probably also go out and ask some questions and dig up some information, and then they'll end up making the final determination for each one of those. So how can you be involved? Well, we need 15 to 20 people who are interested in taking an opportunity to step up their role in the company and help us make these decisions each year. And so if you are interested in volunteering, obviously we're not going to force anyone to be involved with this, but if you're interested in volunteering, it would be fantastic if you would send an email to training@woodard247.com, or just get a hold of Kristen or myself, and we'll be happy to talk to you a little bit more about that. So hopefully we get 50 people that are interested, and we actually have to make some tough decisions, but our goal is to try to get somewhere between 15 to 20 people that would be interested in spending a couple hours helping us work towards selecting these awards for this year. So in terms of when we're going to give these things away, we've got plenty of time for that, so we still have a few months down the line before we'll do that, but we would like to get these committees formed sometime before the end of the month. So if you're interested, or if you just want to talk to us about it, touch base with Kristen or myself, and we'll be happy to give you more information, right? Fantastic. All right, so let's get into our recognition piece here. So we have a lot of years of service that we're going to recognize, and so I'm going to pass it over to Mary Daniels, who's going to kick us off with our first one of the month.
Good morning, everybody. It is my distinct pleasure today to recognize Matt Hilsing for his 5 years of service. Last LSA, I recognized Matt for a great award that he won through an organization that he's in, and I am no less pleased to be recognizing Matt for his 5 years of service. He started this journey with us, and it seems like a lot longer than 5 years. It seems like he's been part of the team forever, but he was a referral from Joe Winter, and great referral there from Joe. And Matt, in his personal life, is married to his wife, Colleen, of 16 years. He's got a son, Lucas, and Matt coaches Lucas's teams. He's very involved in his kids' lives. And he has a redheaded Spitfire daughter named Caitlin, who keeps him busy as well. So here at Woodard, Matt, who doesn't love Matt, is he's the account executive in the facilities vertical. He handles customers like Boeing, Monsanto, WashU School of Medicine, Cardinals, a number of school districts, and you know, he does a great job for us, and people really like working with him, both from the client standpoint as well as internally. You know, what I did when I started thinking through how to acknowledge how much he means to us, I reached out to some of Matt's coworkers, as well as a couple of the operations managers and the project managers, and asked them how they would describe Matt in one word. And a lot of people stuck to one word, but then there were some other lots of words. So I'm going to share some of them with you. Matt is described as respectful, thoughtful, committed, sincere. Here's one word: loyal, humble, dependable, always lend an ear, family man, detailed, easygoing. All true. Humble, gracious, and humble came up from several people. Gracious, loyal, involved, genuine. You know, how I like to describe Matt is as a true leader. He's a caring servant leader at home, in the community, and here at Woodard. To sum it up, our friend Jim Feltz also, I'll send it to you, Matt, sent some words over and how much he appreciates working with you at Boeing. But he summed it up by saying, I'm damn glad he's on our team. And I, too, am damn glad that Matt's on our team, and I'd like to recognize him for his 5 years of service. Thanks, Matt.
All right, thanks, Mary. So we do have a couple more here to talk through. So our next one is going to be Brandon Cole. Now, Paul MB is actually on vacation, so we are getting him live via satellite. I'm just joking. I'm recorded. I'm recorded. I'm not that technical yet. So I actually recorded this a couple days ago, so he could make sure that he was still able to represent him. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my camera off, so you don't have to look at me, and you can actually see what Paul has to say.
All right, Brandon, congratulations on 5 years. Sorry we couldn't be celebrating in person together. This whole COVID thing has changed a lot of stuff. But for those of you that don't know Brandon, he's been with us for 5 years. He's a true asset to the team, and I've really enjoyed my time working with him. When he came here, he didn't have any restoration experience. He'd worked for a home builder and also a manufactured home builder. He quickly learned the restoration processes and what it takes to be a great restoration project manager. Brandon, on multiple times, has rebuilt a home after a catastrophic loss, and afterwards has been invited to a party, just a thank you party for what he's done and what Woodard's done for that client. That really is a testament to Brandon's customer service and his ability to create a wonderful customer experience. Again, Brandon, thank you so much for what you've done for Woodard and their clients, and I look forward to another 5 years.
All right, so everybody give it up for Brandon Cole. Congratulations, Brandon. So we also have another video that was sent in. So this time we've got one from Dave Christoph, who's going to be telling us a little bit about Michelle Archer.
All right. Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Dave Christoph, and today I'd like to recognize someone very special on our team. 5 years ago, Woodard was blessed when Michelle Archer applied for a marketing position. After a few interviews, Michelle was hired and she began her career at Woodard. Since that time, many wonderful things have happened in Michelle's personal life. For one, Michelle got married. 2, she moved into a new home in Wildwood. And 3, which is very important, she recently had her first baby. So there's lots going on, certainly, in Michelle's life. Now, from a personal perspective, Michelle is well versed when it comes to marketing and designing new flyers, creating residential cleaning postcards, and all the typical collateral that we used to employ here at Woodard. However, during the last 5 years, Woodard has been slowly moving from paper marketing more into the digital age and focusing our resources on online activity. Michelle has been very instrumental in helping us with that conversion. Most notable accomplishments from Michelle are: Michelle helped design and build our new website. She writes all of our content, such as blogs and web pages. She manages all of our social media activity, including Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. She manages all of our online advertisements. And something that you may not realize, but over the past 18 months, Woodard has been launching a new marketing automation system called HubSpot. As a comparison, Dash manages our restoration jobs. Luxor manages our commercial sales activity, and HubSpot will manage all of our customer communications. In HubSpot, we've automated communications with all of our residential cleaning customers. So every month they get an automated email that comes out from Woodard reminding them of our services. Starting in 21, we will add all of our commercial and restoration customers into HubSpot. So very soon, all customers will receive specific information from Woodard about how we can help them with various cleaning and restoration needs. Michelle also helps us in many different ways, like planning our golf tournaments that we host, our Guns and Hoses fight night, along with Backstoppers, and many, many more. Over the years, Michelle has really grown into a marketing machine. She's also grown into a caring wife and loving mother, and I couldn't be more happier with Michelle, and I'm very proud that she calls Woodard home. When you see Michelle, please congratulate her on her 5-year anniversary. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, thanks to Dave and to Paul for doing that, even though they couldn't be here with us today. So we do have one more years of service, and it's a pretty big one, and it's one that it's for someone that has probably helped every single person that is watching or listening at some point, even if you didn't know it. So I'm going to hand it over to Lori Wagner and let her talk about our final years of service recipient for this month.
Good morning. So many of you have known and worked with Anne Marie longer than I have. In fact, I think a couple of you have known her like since the day you were born. But I've only known her for just over a year. And here's what I've learned about Anne Marie in that time frame. First and foremost, Anne Marie is a giver. There's hardly a moment that isn't spent in service to someone else's needs, whether it's her aging parents, her aging in-laws, her demanding sons, a family in the parish, or you or me. She gives of her time, her resources, her creative gifts, and of herself. Most importantly, of course, she gives of her candy stash. And we're talking really good candy. So, Anne Marie is also a protector. She's a mama bear. And you've probably benefited from that trait, whether you realize it or not. So did you know that the Department of Labor has published, the Federal Department of Labor has published over 180 labor laws, and many of those are hundreds of pages long. And each state adds their labor regulations on top of that. And Anne Marie makes it her business to protect our business by staying on top of those ever-changing regulations. In doing that, she's sustaining Woodard's good standing and thereby protecting each of our jobs. But she doesn't only protect the company, she's a fierce defender and protector of you. Behind the scenes, over and over and over again, I have seen her go to bat for you to make sure that decisions regarding you and your future are thoughtful and just and right. And Anne Marie is wise. She studies people, she observes interactions between people, she listens to understand, and she devours books from a variety of perspectives and on a variety of topics, whether it's healthcare, management, psychology, relationships, literature. And all of these are sources of continuous learning and growth that Anne Marie brings to the table whenever we're presented with challenges of any kind. And you know, as I was writing this down, it occurred to me that without even intentionally doing that or trying to, I've just described someone who's completely aligned with Woodard's core values. I'm fortunate and thankful to be on the same team with her. I hope you guys recognize that you're fortunate to have her here as well. Anne Marie, congratulations and thank you for your tireless giving, your fierce protection, and your wisdom spent on behalf of all of us for the last 10 years.
All right, so I have the pleasure of going through our remaining years of service, which is our 3-year folks. So we want to give some shout outs to, we have a pretty good group from a variety of departments. We'll start off with construction. So our first one for this month for 3 years of service, Martine Alcazar. Next up, we have several from our water team. First up, 3 years of service, Zach Kays. Next, our water team lead, Kyle Ketzenberg. Another one of our water crew chiefs, Dave Jewett. And one of our water project managers, David Anthony. So let's move into our location, guys. We got several commercial location folks. 3 years of service, Ken Hinkle. And a couple of our crew chiefs. First, Dan Henry. And finally, Leo Becker, 3 years of service. So congratulations to all of those folks. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to sticking around for many years to come. All right, so we do have another piece of business that we're going to follow up with here. So we have talked about a lot of the changes in new roles and role changes that have happened over the last month or so related to our RCEPT and our customer experience project that we've been working on. And so we actually are going to be able to announce a couple of new positions that have recently been filled. And so I'm going to let Mary Daniels come up and tell us all about them.
Hello again. All right, today I get to talk. You've seen Brian Carter's emails come out describing some of the operational changes that are going on related to RCEP. That's the Restoration Customer Experience Project. And you heard Justin mention it earlier today about doing Matterport. So we've made some changes in how we handle client losses, how we estimate them, how we take care of the jobs. We're also moving toward changing how we communicate with the customer up front on those. So our goal right now is and the RCEP goal is to improve the customer experience and to be able to get a higher percentage of our potential customers back to their lives. And so one of the ways that we intend to do that is by, in residential construction, that's not a water conversion, and in mold as a start, residential mold as a start. Instead of a lead coming in and then a crew or a project manager or somebody goes out and takes care of it, we're going to have a client advocate, also known as a salesperson, go out and meet with these clients to really try to understand what their needs are, what their goals are, and try to come up with a plan on how we can help them. They'll do the Matterport, they'll work with the estimators and internal people when necessary on presenting a project plan to a client. And then once that client agrees to it and is committed to using us, then it will go to our operational team to take care of business and to get them back to their lives. So in order to accomplish this, we created a new position. We finally settled on the name for customer representative. We went back and forth on what that was, customer representative, and it is part of the sales team. And we're going to start with 3 people on that team. The intention is to kind of flip the switch January 4th. We're going to do a lot of training over the next couple of months, but the people that have been selected for this job and have taken this job also have other jobs here with Woodard that need to be wrapped up and finished. So it is my distinct pleasure to announce our new sales team. I do want to keep this internally. There are clients that could be impacted by this, and we want to be very intentional about how we transition the clients to make sure that it's a win-win for us and for them. So our 3 new salespeople include Megan Conaway, Christy Mesmer, and Carol Greaser. And this is going to be a great team. If you know them, you know that they're extremely client-focused. Customers love working with them. They're very technically savvy, and I think this is going to be a great thing for Woodard and for our clients. So when you see them, congratulate them. Christy is right here in the audience. I'll say thank you for being part of the team.
All right, so as has been mentioned several times today, it is Veterans Day, and of course we would never pass up the opportunity to be able to recognize some folks with that. So we'll let Justin come up and kind of bring us home for the last few minutes.
All right. Hi again, everybody. We do have a winner in our giveaway. Sorry for the little confusion there, but the first person that was able to successfully tell us what the bomb group was for my grandpa's team was Jessica Cook. So Jessica, congratulations, we got this for you. We'll figure out how to get it over to you. Today we celebrate our veterans from branches of the military really all over the globe. I think it's fair to say, and I don't think it's overly dramatic, but some people probably disagree with me. Without you and millions of people like you, the people of Woodard would not be able to do what we are here and meant to do. There's no way we'd be able to help get up every single day and help as many people get back to their lives as we do if it wasn't for your service and it wasn't for you getting up every single day to go into the line of duty and protect us and to serve. On behalf of all the people of Woodard, thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got the folks scrolling right now. I think, so as this concludes, we do have a video that we'd like to share with everybody today. There are many, many more people that would like to share their gratitude for all of those of you that served.
All right, so again, thanks everyone for being here with us. I'm going to go ahead and start the video. It's a few minutes long, and then we'll wrap up and head out of here. So thanks, everybody.
Hello, Mr. Faulkner. Just wanted to say thank you for your service to our country. Wish you a happy Veterans Day. I also wanted to thank all the veterans at Woodard for their service and commitment to this country.
Hey, this is James. I just wanted to shout out Dan Moss. I just really wanted to thank you for your service, your commitment to our country, and just really appreciate it. And happy Veterans Day.
I want to recognize Joe Miller for his dedication to our country and for helping people at Woodard to get back to their lives every day.
I'd like to recognize Raif Gribic. Raif, thank you for your service in the Bosnian Army, and thank you for serving our customers here at Woodard.
Chuck Cunningham, thank you so much for your dedication and service at our military. I really appreciate everything you do for our country and what you do at Woodard. Keep up the great work, man. It's an honor to work beside you.
The Air Force motto, integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Sergeant Jim Phelps, you continue to live your oath to this day. Thank you for your service and all you do for our team here at Woodard.
Will Smith, just wanted to say thanks for your service to our country and all that you do. That sacrifice is truly appreciated by me, my family, and all of us here at Woodard. Thanks.
Seth Mutton, thank you for your service. I really do appreciate everything you do here at Woodard. Thank you.
Thank you for your service, Steve Collins.
Alan Kessler, I'd like to thank you for the service that you have given to our country throughout these years and continue to do that with Woodard. And the fact that you help keep our country strong, we appreciate that. And thanks for everything that you do. Thank you.
What's up, guys? My name is Brandon. I just want to give a shout out to Sean Tui. Thanks for serving your country, buddy.
David Anthony, I'd like to thank you for your service to our country and your continued leadership here at Woodard.
Mr. Kristoff, I want to thank you for your service to the country. It's really a privilege to work with you, and I think I speak for everybody when I say that not many of us had the opportunity to work along somebody who's a veteran of World War II. So make it a great day.
All right, thanks everybody again for being here. We appreciate it. So let's give one more round of applause to everyone that we recognized here today. Thanks everybody for being watching. Be safe, do your COVID survey, watch Wingo, all that other good stuff. Everybody, have a great day. See you later.
Did you do the video? I know Jeff was.